think we're almost live. If not, it says we're live. So we should be live here in a minute, but it's good
Right,
to see you here. Yeah,
right.
we're live. Hey. Where where are you joining me from? What part of Jamaica do you live in?
Well, I live in Portmore, St. Catherine.
Okay, you're in Portmore. How are things in Portmore right now? A little bit crazy?
Not really, yeah. With the corona stuff going on, persons are still, iffy if they should go outside, yes or no. But they still have quite a few persons outside getting stuff. So
Yeah, still going to the store. Some people are still working, going to their
right.
jobs every day, right?
I still go to my job. So
But like we're going to talk about today,
right.
you also have a side hustle. So you do work a 9 to 5.
Currently, yes.
Okay. But you also have a side hustle. So, first of all, we're going to start with our first question for you. And that
Right.
is wait, first of all, everybody, I want you to welcome to tonight's live Duran. Like Duran, seriously, Duran was one of my favorite bands for
Oh my
like a
God.
minute. So I just aged myself, but it just goes to show that your name is very hard to forget once you put it with the band. Nobody ever forgets, right?
Right, right, right.
So first of all, I want to ask you, start off with the question, why do you want to make money online? Why are you in this? Why do you have your side hustle going on? What are you doing?
All right. So first of all, I decided to get a side hustle because 3 years ago, when I was working in the hotel industry as an entertainer, I was making good enough money, but then after doing it for 11 years, it take a toll on your body and you're looking for something else to, you need a change.
Right.
So I remembered one evening, afternoon, I finished rehearsal and I went to my room. I was there scrolling through Facebook. And this is how I came across one of your posts in 2017. And I was kind of iffy at first about making money online. And I watched one of your videos giving some tutorials on how to go about making money on Fiverr. And I started a gig on Fiverr because of what I saw, but I did nothing. So I registered online for one of your masterclass, and 2018 came, I didn't went. The reminders keep coming in, and then I was like, you need to just get up and try it, get over your fears, because I was a bit nervous. I was like, is this gonna work? Is this legit? So I in 2019 I decided, all right, I'm gonna spend my money and see if it works. Better try it, see if it works yes or not. So I went and I learned from Leighton and Ava. They taught me how to set up the gigs, the tools that I should use. And within 3 days after setting up my gig, I got my first job by Jodian. That job, it was 2 hours. The file was 2 hours and it was very difficult, but she encouraged me through it all, gave me some pointers on how to do it, and I delivered it. And then
The rest is
I
history.
realized that it was legit when my card came in the mail and the money was there. I was like, cool, I can have a little bit of money extra to help with my bills. So
Not bad,
not
right?
bad.
Not bad. So let's talk about that little extra money that can pay some of your bills. Because for a lot of people, that's what they want, just that little extra money to pay the bills. So tell me some of the bills that you're able to pay with your side hustle money.
All right. So in order to, do transcription or whatever it is you have to do online, you're going to need Wi-Fi, right? Internet service, access to internet. So it helps to pay my flow bill, which is my internet, cable, and telephone bill. And those three in all come to like, I would say around 12,500.
Okay.
It pays that. It helps to pay um, a monthly payment, a visit for my dog at the vet. Um, It also
She's
helps
so
with
cute. Zoe's her name, right?
Zoe. Right. And it helps with when it's time for me to service my car, money is always there on the card. But then you have to put in the work to get the money. So
That's what makes it so legit. So some people worry that, working online, working from home is a scam, but you're like, nope, you got to put in the work. You put in the work, you get paid. It's just, you
that's
could do
right, guys.
transcription, for the courthouse, right? So what's the difference between doing it, for the courthouse and doing it for yourself? It's that your own boss, you're doing it from home, but it's still transcription, right?
Right.
Right. So I know you posted something in the group recently. What was that you posted in the group? You posted something on Facebook about your journey.
Oh, uh, um, I think you're speaking about the post where I got like tremendous amount of orders at one point, and I was reflecting back on the days where I used to get like one, maybe two orders if I'm lucky for the week. And then all of a sudden, when I made it to level one, like a week after, I saw orders keep coming in and it keeps coming in. I was surprised that week and I was very nervous. I was very, very nervous. I almost had a panic attack because at that time, it was a Tuesday actually, and I had 7 orders in queue, but then there were 2 other orders that someone made, that 2 persons made, but they were going to pay me later on. So it was 9 in total, and some were due in 2 days, some were due in 3 days. So I had to strategically plan how to go about to get them done.
And it worked out for you.
It worked out for me.
And you learned a lot through that process, I'm sure.
Yes, time management.
Time management.
Time management. That week I was working with just 2 hours of sleep.
Wow. So
Mhm.
you really did learn some good time management skills.
Yeah.
I'm guessing you didn't watch TV, all of the extra fun stuff, you turned it off.
Turned it off because I had to focus to get the person's delivery done. I mean, I try not to be late. And if I'm gonna be late, people, guys, if you're gonna be late, please message your client. Explain your situation.
Right.
It's important to communicate.
It's very important to communicate. I don't know why people don't do it sometimes. It drives me crazy. That's my pet peeve. So let me ask you this. What course did you take? Did you take the transcription course in our office? You actually came into a physical boot camp. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. So
Those were the days of physical boot camps. Now, everybody, if you want to take the transcription course, you can only take it online.
right, right. So I remember taking what 3 days from work because I made up my mind that I was going to do the boot camp. I was
That's
like, I
great.
need to get it hands on. So that's what I did.
And you came in, did you come in from Montego Bay to Kingston?
Yes,
Yes,
I
right.
did.
I remember that. And so when you think about all of your hotel worker
Mhm.
friends who are now out of jobs, do you know some of them that are out of jobs now because
Yeah.
of, yeah, talk to us a little bit about that and what they're facing.
All right. So um the hotel work is not an easy job. Um things go up when it comes down based on occupancy level. And right now, the coronavirus is a big, major thing. It impact the economy on a whole very, very hard. So persons are canceling their flights. I think three real hotels are going to be closed for a while. So persons are going to be out of a job. Um, so persons are texting me, hey, how do you start online? How do you start online? I was like,
Everybody wants to know right now, right?
right. So I send them a link and say, hey, it works. It works for me, and I'm sure it's going to work for you. You just have to be dedicated and commit.
Yeah.
Commit the time. Nothing comes just like that. Maybe for some persons, they'll get a job, a gig, like say in a day or two. Some persons it takes a month, some person it takes 2 months, or even 3 months. You
Yeah.
just have to be persistent and keep pushing.
I think the great thing about our group is that you can get your first jobs from within the group. Once you've taken the course, you've gone through it, then there's other people that will hire you. Do you agree with that? Like, did you get some jobs from people in the group? Is that how you got your first job?
A lot, yes. Jody is in the group. Amanda Amin. Oh my God. Amanda is the one that actually crafts my skills in transcription.
Wow.
Um, I I had an idea of what to do, and I was doing it fine with the previous clients that I had before. But when I came across Amanda, she like every client wants something different. The formatting for each client is a bit different, but with some persons, Winnie and Amanda, you learn a lot, a lot from them, and they're one of the clients that you always have to have. So you try to keep good communication with those persons because they're always coming. Once you do a good job, they'll always come back.
They will always come back. Yeah. So Lakeisha just said tourism is down. Like that part of the island is really suffering that relies on tourism. You know, my sister Lorette has a company with her husband that it's called Your Jamaican Tour Guide, and it's 100% tourism. It's about picking up tourists from the hotels and taking them on tours across the
Right,
island. Right? The
right.
people aren't in the hotels now. They're all of their drivers are sitting at home right now. You know,
Mhm.
all of the buses are parked. It's completely a ghost town. And
Right.
then they have friends in the hotel industry, and they
Mhm.
were talking about how the Rio has just laid off like 1,000 people, closed 2 out of their
1,000,
three,
1,000.
1,000 people.
Mhm.
I can't imagine, 1,000 people all being laid off at the same time.
Right,
And as Lorette was, her biggest concern about it is that often those jobs are very low paying jobs. So it's not like they had the opportunity to save up for 6 months and they've got cash in the
right,
bank waiting
right.
on them. So there's, a lot of concern with what the state of the economy is going to be in Jamaica, and then what's going to happen with all of these people that have lost their jobs. And, we have people that watch this that aren't just in Jamaica. So I say
Mhm.
Jamaica because that's where, I live, you live, Lorette lives, but this is happening all over the world.
Right,
And
it is.
I read an article on the United Nations where it said 25 million people are expected to be out of a job. 25 million? Can we even
Wow.
fathom what that's going to be like? We can't.
Wow.
What this is a global economic crisis. The stock
It
market's
is. It
plunging
is.
every day. It's a really scary time right now.
It
So
is.
we're really trying to, I mean, we've been preaching make money on the internet for a very
Mhm.
long time. I've been teaching it for 17 years and doing it for 20.
Right,
And really the past 10 years in Jamaica. But, I'm like preaching it even louder now, saying,
right,
take a course, learn it, get into the community, and make sure that you start that side hustle and go hard with it. So
right.
we're finding a lot of our freelancers are saying they don't even see much of a change in their income. They're still getting jobs coming in. Work is still there. You see it in our Facebook group. People are still hiring people.
Right.
Um, are you seeing pretty much the same thing? Are you still getting some jobs?
Right, yes. So I'm still getting jobs. As of like about 2 hours ago, someone messaged me asking me to do a file for them.
Okay.
However, when times are slow, what I would do is go to my inbox and message my client. I was like, hey, do you have anything for me? Don't be ashamed to ask.
That's right. And check in on them. Say, with all this going on right now, I wanted to know how you're doing. And I
Right.
want to let you know that I'm here. So if you have any work
Mhm.
for me, I'm here to do it.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. So Marcia said, is it possible to have a boot camp in Montego Bay? No, no boot camps going on. No COVID-19 boot camps happening right now. So,
Good right now. No.
but what you can do, Marcia, and I'll type it for you.
No
Oh,
boot camps going
sorry,
on.
that's like I
No COVID-19.
that was I was replaying the one there. So Marcia, I'm gonna type the link to the class, which we actually made the move more than a year ago to take our boot camps and put them all online. So for years we've been doing physical boot camps. And then one of my business partners, Andrew, actually said, let's do them virtual because so many people all over the world are trying to take these classes. And me and Lorette would fly. We flew to the UK and did boot camps. We went to Africa 6 times and did boot camps. We went to South Africa and Nigeria. We did boot camps in the USA and Trinidad. So we just made them virtual online and said, if you want to take a class, you can take it online. So now, as this coronavirus has us all in social distancing, luckily all of our courses are online, so we're not like scrambling to get the boot camps online. But Marcia, the answer to your question is no, but you can take the course online at www.getpaidtotype.com. I encourage you to do it. So yeah, so let's see. Duran, Deandra has a question. She says, hi, Duran, I'm a new transcriber. And if you ever have an overload, I'm always available. I'm in the group. And she asked if that was allowed. So if you need a transcriber, Duran, would you usually post in the group and then wait for people to comment and give you their Fiverr ID if they're available?
All right, yeah. So sometimes I will post in the group, but sometimes, you know, well, maybe if you work with someone before, you have that person in your mind, so you just go and message them, inbox them or something first. But yeah, I do from time to time post in the group.
When you need somebody.
When I need somebody.
What are some of the other ways that you get new customers? What are some of the things you did? You said you go into your inbox and you message your old, you know, your previous customers. What are some other things that you do?
All right, so there is the buyer's request. So I didn't always use it, but recently I started using it and I get a few orders through the buyer's request. So that's one option. And also through recommendation. So the clients that I have before, that I've worked with before, they would sometimes recommend someone to use my service.
I love that. That's great. So recommendations are so important as well. And Winnie said all the hard work pays off. How much sleep did you say you got in the beginning? 2 hours of sleep? So Winnie says, I remember those days of 2 hours of sleep or less. And, you know, Winnie went through my Fiverr 101 course way back. I don't even know how many years ago. But her personality is not one that can work in a corporate job. So I had known her for years and she asked me, so she got that course. And then when she started getting work, she was so committed and dedicated to that work that I swear the girl barely got any sleep, but she was happy. Like the harder she worked, the happier she became until she built herself an agency where she outsources a lot of the work, but and she's still such a hard worker. So Thalia says, Duran, what about phone calls? Are you doing any services involving phone calling?
Not yet, but I'm about to.
Okay.
I'm about to set up a gig for it and, you know, try to teach myself, scour YouTube, learn. I mean, YouTube has so many videos, so many skills that you could learn from. So it's always a learning process. Don't think that it's only transcription you can do or data entry or designing. There are tons of other skills out there that you can own for yourself.
That's true. That is true. And you're still working currently in Montego Bay. You still have your 9 to 5.
No, well, I'm no longer in Montego Bay working.
Oh, okay.
I'm in Kingston working in the Medfield.
Okay.
But you know, sometimes the money doesn't make up by itself. So this is where the side hustle comes in. Always.
Yeah. So you talked a little bit about this. How well are you doing in your business? Would you say that you're pretty proud of yourself and you feel like you're doing pretty well and, you know, pat yourself on the back? You're like, Duran, good job.
All right. So it really has been a journey because I remember the first time when I started, the first month, I only made $20. And that was it for the month because I was just starting out. And I was talking to my sister about it, and she used to make fun of me. I was like, it's just $20. It's just $20. What does $20 can do? So as time progresses, by the time it reached 4 months, the fourth month, I realized that I was making $60. I was like, okay, that's not bad. Then by the 6th month, the $60, it doubled to 120. I was like,
Right.
whoa, look at that. And then by the time I became level 1, I see where I was making like between 400 to 500 for the month. And it's possible to get more, but sometimes, your body is tired or maybe you don't have help to do some work.
All
But
right.
people, the job is there. And if you put in the work, you can make the money. And
So let's
always leave a lasting impression for your clients so they can always come back.
always, always. And let's talk about this for a minute. If somebody lost their job and they were freelancing as their side hustle, do you think that, like you're talking about making $500 a month, but you really can't take on too much more work? Somebody lost their job, they're freelancing. I mean, the sky's the limit for what they can do, especially if they outsource. And we've heard the stories of Leighton and Amanda and how they're outsourcing work to other people.
Mhm.
So, when you think about that and the opportunity that freelancing provides, would you encourage your friends and family members to get their side hustle on too?
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
that goes into the next question. What's one piece of advice that you would give a person wanting to make money online? So you have a lot of people that are going to watch this later. They're going to be inspired and motivated by your story. What's one piece of advice you would give them about this journey and the journey of making money online?
All right. So first of all, I want to say it's normal to be skeptical, but what you can do is do your research, try and find out what opportunity out there is legit, and go for it because it is possible to make money online. And I would tell you, once you start making money, you have to be super dedicated to make it work because you can't just start and then when your client wants a good job, you turn out something that is a bit shabby or not pleasing for the client. So you're going to lose what you had. Some persons take
Right.
this thing for a joke, actually. They take
Right.
it for a joke. Some persons, when you hire them, actually, they'll disappear. So
Sure.
it's
Yeah. You have to be
so it's
professional in this.
it's the mentality of it all. If you want to succeed, you have to keep pushing.
Right. You have to. I agree with you. So Winnie says, Duran is amazing. I sent him some long audios and I asked him, are you sure you can do this? And he said, yes, Winnie, it's me, Duran. I'll never let you down.
I remember, I remember that.
I'll never let you down. Um, so Marcia says, hi, Duran. I'm a newbie to transcription on Fiverr. Any suggestions on how to get more views so I can get more jobs?
Create more gigs.
Yes.
Use your gig. You got as a newbie, you have 7. So create 7, and then you'll see a lot of buyer requests. Use them to your advantage.
Yeah, I agree. Good, very good point. Let's see right here. And I would definitely say that as you create those 7, like, do you have 7 gigs up for transcription? You probably don't need it because it sounds like you got a lot of orders coming in. But we can be creative and say, I will transcribe your YouTube video. I will transcribe
Right,
your podcast. I will
right.
transcribe your audio file. So a lot
Mm-hmm.
of people are like, can't think of how to be creative in
Mm-hmm.
transcription if that's the only thing that they want to do. But then if
Right,
you want to do other things, you can be a virtual assistant or do data entry, something that complements, the transcription work you're doing. You can say, I will write a summary of your transcript. So there's different things that you can do to, build it out and to really make that make up for those 7 gigs. So if you guys have any other questions for Duran, type it into the comments box right there. So Thalia said, transcribing's not easy, especially when you can't understand the person's accent well. So what happens when you get an accent that, might be a problem for you? Have you ever gotten an accent before? Somebody with an accent?
Yes, like a lot of Australian, Asian, or even persons from New Zealand. I mean, their accent is slightly different. So the pronunciation of their words, it's going to be difficult for some persons to grasp.
Right.
So what I would do, I mean, some persons use tool. I've used tools before. I've used Otter or Timmy, but then you have to go through.
Yes.
You have to go through because the machine transcript isn't perfect. It's not. So it's always edit, 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 and
Right.
more editing.
You're right. Yeah. Always editing. So Thalia said, yes, I was practicing one audio. It was only 15 minutes long, but it took me an hour. She's talking about somebody with the accent. All right, guys, if you guys have any other questions for Duran, type them into the comment box so I can make sure that before I let him go. Do you have any transcription you have to do tonight?
Yes. I have one due by 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. So
Okay. And how long is that transcription?
it's actually 31 minutes. So I can devote about 2 hours to get it done. So
Okay. Have you started yet?
no, not yet.
All right. So we can't keep it much longer. If you guys have any questions, you're watching this right now, type them into the comment box for me. Amanda said, ask Duran why he does not do writing. He is brilliant. Alicia, let him know about your writing course. He's so witty and creative. I love him. Aw, you should be crying now.
So it's funny because I actually was thinking about creating a writing gig tonight.
There you go.
Tonight. So Amanda, it's coming. It's coming.
So Amanda, I'm going to ask you to hold him accountable to that, and let's check back on his writing gig to see how it's doing. I need some blog posts written. So Amanda, WhatsApp me his Fiverr link when he gets it up. Me and you will stay on him for that. All right. I'm going to make him write a blog post about his own interview. How about that? Anybody else have any questions for Duran? He has got a transcription job to do, so we're going to let him go so he can get that done and get a little bit of sleep. What time do you have to go to work tomorrow? 8 o'clock, you said?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. So, and we commend you for your work in the medical field as well. So
Thank you. Thank you.
thank you for that. I know it must be such a crazy time to be in the medical field, huh?
Right. Right. Sanitize.
All right, so sanitize, you've got your mask. So, all right, let's see if anybody else, last call for questions, guys. If you guys have any questions for him, let's see if they have any questions. So Duran, Winnie says, thanks for being awesome. One of the things I can see is that a lot of the people on here that are chatting and commenting are saying that you're awesome. They enjoy working with you. One of the things that I'm most proud of is our community and how we come together to be a community and to help each other. The
Right.
women that you mentioned, Amanda, Winnie, who else did you mention?
Jody. And I just want to say, Sonia has been very awesome. Very, very awesome. Shayla, that's her name. Those persons, they're always awesome to work with. And there are a few others if I forget, sorry about it. But yeah.
Marcia said, I would really like to come to a boot camp. She wants to do a boot camp like you did. Marcia, you can't come to a boot camp. Marcia, get the online version. Winnie, I'm going to ask you to harass Marcia tomorrow to get the online version. She can do it. Marcia, if you don't think you can do it, I promise you, you can do it. Carrie says, Duran, where do you get the energy from?
Eat right. Try and eat right.
Eat right. Good one. Good one. Jacqueline says, thanks for the information. I'm a newbie to the transcription world. So far, the information received is starting to make sense. So thank you. Thank you. The next thing, Duran, is there are very few men that are doing transcription. We do know a few.
Mhm.
In fact, I'm going to interview Ricardo, who's doing it. Paul is doing it and doing very well as well. Why do you think, though, there are so few men? For every man that's doing it, there are 50 women that are doing transcription.
All right, so I don't know, maybe some guys gravitate to designing more
Okay.
because probably they think that, typing stuff and writing stuff, maybe it's cliche to be a female's work. I don't know. I'm just saying. Or maybe it's the possibility is that it's too hard. Some guys are just so lazy.
I didn't say that, ladies. I did not say that. Those words came out of his mouth. I did not say that. I did not type him any
Um,
messages to say that. No, I'm just kidding.
but really, like transcription is really hard, and it's you have to be dedicated. You have to put in the work. You
You
have
have to
to,
put it in.
have to, have to.
You have to. So tell me about some of the things that you've learned doing transcription when Winnie and Lakeisha and Leighton, when they talk about transcription, especially Ava, they talk about all the amazing things that they've learned. The people that they've transcribed from has helped them to just expand their mind. And, when they've told me some of the things they've learned, they're like, it's priceless, the things that I've learned. Tell me about that for you.
So it's transcription. It's not just like typing words. It's something new every day. So you're sitting down and you get a job. When you're listening to the audio, you're like, huh, I didn't know that this this information was so informative. So you learn a lot, not only um just like would say from a movie perspective. Some persons might get a script because I've gotten movie script to type before or cartoon, animes, stuff like that. But you have some really informative stuff about life itself, meditation, health, as in what you eat. There's so much information. So you keep learning new words.
It
So
just expands your mind.
Google is actually your best friend when you're doing transcription because sometimes you hear a word and you don't know what it means, so you just gotta look it up. Look it up in Google.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you don't know what something means, you look it up to understand what it means and also to make sure that you spelled it right and all that good stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Judy Ann says, thanks for sharing. Lakeisha says, Duran, I'm ready to help you with phone calls if you want to get into that.
Yes.
Thalia said, I love how honest you are in saying that it's hard for you. So she loves how honest you are in that. Yeah, it's very, very good. And we appreciate it. Your attitude towards this, your excitement for your side hustle, and the relationship building that you've done with other people in our community is priceless, and we thank you for that. So now I'm going to let you go do your transcription work. I hope that this is a really good month for you financially, and for anybody listening to this, I hope that you keep pushing in your transcription business, because I know we have a lot of students watching this that are already doing it. Keep pushing. If you're not in and doing transcription yet, check it out. It might be something that you like. It
Right.
might be something that you enjoy. And when you go through our courses, you'll see that there are all sort of tools, like Duran was talking about, tools that can help you with it. I've never done a transcript without a tool. Like, even if it's just the tool that slows down the audio, it's very important to do.
Right.
Right. So, because some people talk really fast like me, and when you're trying to transcribe them, it's really hard to transcribe them because they talk so fast. So
Right.
you want to really slow down
Down
the
in like
audio.
Ocean Scribe or
Oh,
something.
transcribe, that's the one that I like for that. So, all right, lots of good nuggets that you shared. I want to say thank you so much. And to everybody watching, I want you to just type thank you, Duran, in the comments below, so that we can give him a little bit of a shout out. And I love how he's taking transcription by storm, doing it and encouraging others to do it as well. So thank you so much again go ahead, were you going to say something?
Yeah, before I go, I just want to say thanks to the persons who you know, I've been there through my journey. I've named a few earlier, so I'm just going to say those names again. Winnie, Ava, Leighton, Amanda, Jody, Shayla, Sonia, and there are quite a few more. I mean, it's been nice working with you guys, and I really, really appreciate it for the time that you spent to craft me in this way to get things right. Yeah, so thanks. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. So thank you guys for being such an amazing community. I look forward to chatting with you more in the Facebook group, Duran, and all of you that are watching. I hope you're in our Facebook group as well. Thank you so much for all that you do, and especially in the times that we're in now. I'm really appreciating seeing everybody come together, work together, push each other, right? As Amanda's pushing you, get that writing gig up.
Right.
Freelancing is only going to continue to boom as companies all over the world are not hiring new workers. They're going to be looking to the freelance community to fill, positions that they need, to do the things that they need
Right.
remotely. So remote workers, like all of us, we're going to be able to thrive in this time. So we need to be prepared for it. And we need to be committed and dedicated and really build our business. So thank you so much for spending the time. Good luck on your transcript that you're going to do tonight. And thanks
Right.
everybody for joining us. Bye guys. Bye.
Bye.